The lighter side of pest control. This is Tales from the Crawl Space podcast with Jack and Nick.
Hello, beach motherfuckers, to the Tales from the Crawl Space podcast. I'm your host, Nick, joined by our co-host, or sometimes the host of the show, Jack.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. How are you doing, Nick?
I am doing fantastic. Just had a very great frozen pizza and some sweet tea, so, I can't complain about that.
No, can't complain about a good old Southern sweet tea is good stuff. I have to tell you, I've had a pretty nice past couple weeks. I got a brand new company vehicle.
Did you now?
Yeah, it's the new Nissan delivery van type looking things, the smaller vans, like the little Sprint vans.
Like little Ford Transits?
Yeah, it's like that. It's a Nissan version, and it's got uses Apple CarPlay, so I can play my music and everything, and use the navigation. And it's got a backup camera because the broke down piece of shit I was driving before, it had a backup beeper that would come through the stereo when it was bad. I mean, I'd be listening to something. I had to back up. It was like, bleh, bleh, and it sounded like it was sick. It would kind of like, spur and falter halfway through the beep. It was, I mean, even the backup beeper was a broke ass piece of shit. So I'm so glad. 911 15 is the king.
I don't blame you. I like my, I think I'm driving a 2018 Nissan Frontier.
Oh, nice.
And that thing, love it. It's got that backup camera because we have the camper tops, a metal camper top, so you can't see shit out of the back of that thing. So.
Yeah, no, you got everything piled in the back. You can't see nothing.
No. So having that backup camera, I absolutely love that thing. It's so much fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. I tell you, them Nissans are, and this one's got the CVT, the continuously variable transmission. Mm-hmm. Like Subarus have, man. And my Mitsubishi has it too, but man, I love that thing. It drives so nice. But so yeah, I'm enjoying my new truck. It'll wear off when I'm in it's the middle of the summer. But I'll tell you, the air conditioning will freeze you out. I test drove it when we had like a 75-degree day last week, so I'm happy for that.
Hang on, what are you talking about? You need air conditioning up in Pennsylvania. You down here in South Carolina, we're going to get 100-degree weather, like have a heat warning, still be out working.
Oh no, I get it. But up here it gets ridiculously humid. Like I can imagine. So you could swim from the truck to the house. It's so humid out. So yeah, as long as the air conditioning works, I'm good. It's like keep a sweat rag and.
It's like the Scooby-Doo short where you can cut. I mean, I think it comes from that phrase. You can cut a fog with a butter knife.
Oh yeah,
it's like pea soup. You can do that with humidity here too. Like I walked out my door and it's like getting slapped in the face.
Oh my god!
You immediately get sweat stains. You're just like, all right, it's time to fucking die.
And I'm a big, tall dude. I'm husky. I'm a big husky guy, and I generate my own heat anyways. So
yeah.
The last thing I need is more heat. I'm the kind of guy that walks around when it's snowing in a t-shirt.
See, I can't do that. I'm like freezing my ass off. But the one great thing about summer coming up is I get to walk around, get paid to get a tan. So.
Oh, I have Cherokee Indian in me. I get super dark in the summer.
I got Greek in me, so I get, and I have a curly hair, so I always used to get asked, like, what are you mixed with? And I'm like, no, I'm the whitest motherfucker you have ever met in your life, but I just get really tan ass skin.
Yeah, I tell you, that's the good genes. I mean, the way I always get the truck driver's tan. My left arm's darker than my right because I'm driving down.
Yeah, I usually do that too.
But I tell you, I think you had a great idea for a show this week. I'm really looking forward to the positivity, man. Everybody's got awesome customer stories, and I think you came up with a damn good idea for a show this week.
Yeah. We I think we need a little more positivity. Things kind of suck every once in a while, and we talk about a lot of the negativity and bitch and complain, just like we do in the shop, just like you do when you're talking to your coworker on the phone, be like, you would not believe what this motherfucker did. But why don't we talk about some of the positive things? So I'm actually going to go ahead and let you go first, Jack, and then we're going to read a story from our own Brad Harvey.
Oh yeah, can you feel the love, boys and girls, between Nick and Brad Harvey? You know, when Nick says the phone number for our podcast, he closes his eyes and imagines he's whispering in Brad Harvey's ear. That's what that is. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll tell you, my most awesome customer is not when I was doing pest control, but when I was installing carpet back in my 20s. But this is an awesome story with some famous people. I'm get to name drop because it actually happened. Actually, no, I got two famous people. One's okay. Here's the best one. You've watched the Maury Povich show where it says you are not the father. You know the Maury Povich show.
Yeah.
His wife is Connie Chung, who used to be an evening news anchor and then had like her own variety type news variety show as well. Her name is Connie Chung. Okay. Connie Chung's sister lives in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm not going to say her name, but she was married to the former Judge Advocate General of the U.S. Army. And by her last name, you wouldn't realize who she was. So I was working with my brother-in-law doing carpet. I mean, we showed up. And as soon as we opened the door, she's like, "Would you like French toast or egg sandwiches?" And we're like, egg sandwiches? And we thought she was kind of just like nuts. So we started, pulling up the carpet that we had to pull up, get ready to install carpet. By the time we were ready to install the carpet, she had lunch made for us, hot ham and cheese sandwiches and everything. And as we were sitting there eating, and she had a cold iced tea, and I forgot to tell you, I'm Connie Chung's sister, and I went to her wedding to Maury Povich. And she pulls out the damn wedding album for all the pictures she has for Maury Povich and Connie Chung's wedding. And there she is in the middle of the pictures, and there's a picture of her with Connie Chung, and you could tell they were sisters. When she said that, I looked at her and I'm like, man, I knew you from somewhere.
Yeah.
So the best part of it was an all-day job, a lot of this platinum white carpet, which is just bright white, like hurt your eyeballs if the sun shines in the house white carpet. But she's like, my husband, he loves Japanese beer, but he's going to be out of town for like the next month and a half. So if you go behind the bar in that refrigerator, you can have all the beer in it. So I kind of walked around into the bar and I opened up the fridge, and it had like 2 cases of Sapporo beer in it.
God damn.
And I was like, Are you serious? She's like, oh yeah, take it all. So I ran out to the truck and I dumped my toolbox out in the back of the van, and I brought it back in, and I was like packing beer. And it took me like 2 loads to get all that beer out of there. And then as I walked back in to thank her for the beer, she handed me $150 and said, thank you.
Holy shit.
She's like, thank you so much. I'm like, I don't have to share this with him, do I? She goes, oh no, I gave him $150 as well. I'm like, damn. So yeah, I got like 2 cases of Sapporo beer. I got to see Maury Povich's wedding album, and breakfast and lunch, and $150. So that was actually a really good day.
That does sound like a good day. Now, you better be glad your brother-in-law wasn't a dick to you and just be like, nah, she didn't give me anything. Give him $75 and you just...
Yeah, really. I would have got it back at him one way or the other. But no, that was that was really cool. I mean, I've got some other... I tell you, here's my other name dropping one. I was working for Porkin, and I was the termite supervisor for Maryland, D.C., and Virginia. So I'd run around and check out all the termite guys doing the jobs they were doing and stuff, make sure they were doing it right, checking out their graphs, their termiticide calculation sheets and everything. And went to this house. I was doing a termite inspection, and this old lady in Bethesda, it's weird, her basement floor had like not like a pallet, like if you were to cut a pallet in half, like you're opening up an Oreo cookie, you just got the top part of the pallet. It's like the whole basement was like just planks over concrete, which I can't give you a really good termite inspection there in the basement because I can't see the floor beneath.
Yeah.
And so she called her son. 10 minutes later, this gentleman rolls up and gets out of the car, and it's the dad from Home Alone.
No shit.
Yeah. Is it William Hurt or John Hurd? One of the two.
It's either one of those.
Yeah, one of those two. And me and the two termite guys sat there in the front yard talking to him for like an hour about all kinds of. Yeah, we were doing the Home Alone dad's mom's house in Bethesda. But it was cool meeting him, and he was really, really personable, really nice guy. And he said he was going to get contractors in that are pulled wood floors so we could see the concrete beneath and to see if there's been any treatment done, stuff like that, which he did. It was all perfectly done and easy to inspect, and just like a really cool guy. So it was neat meeting him.
Yeah, that would be actually really cool. That's just kind of an odd person to meet, but at the same time, that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah. No, that was definitely awesome. Didn't ask about Macaulay Culkin, but we all know how that turned out. So, but no, I remember Brad sent us one, and man, it almost made me cry.
Yeah. Really... I haven't read this yet, so I kind of want to go ahead and read it off raw, because anything Brad sends me, I want it raw.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Brad likes to give it raw too. That's what he told me. So yeah, no lube or nothing.
Oh no, that makes it not fun. So right. This one's kind of depressing. So I want to go ahead and read this one off instead of leaving off the depressing one, because this is a happy episode. But we still want to go ahead and read it off. But
it is sweet. I've read it, and it's very sweet, and it's a very positive message about someone. So yeah, that's cool.
Okay. I have a story for the best customers topic. It's kind of a long one. My first week out on my own, all the way in the year 1992. Brad, you're old. I was assigned to service a 20-plus-year-old residential customer named Miss Collins. I knocked on her door. When she first came to answer it, she gave me a look of exasperation. Not another one. I suppose you're new. I replied that I was. She made me wait 20 minutes while she rounded up her 8 cats, crated them so I wouldn't kill them, apparently. Mrs. Collins hit me with a barrage of questions. Some I knew the answer to, some I didn't. What exactly are you going to do to my house, she asked. I replied, no more than I need to, ma'am. I just need to know what type of pests you've been seeing in the house and where, and I'll take care of it, and the rest will be preventative outside. She told me she had some large ants she saw in her bathroom. They were carper ants, but I wasn't really confident of what to do. I asked her to use her phone to call my service manager. This was pre-cell phone. This is back in the day.
You're old, Brad. You're old.
Randy walked me through the treatment, and when I was done, she told me, that was the first time one of you admit that you didn't know what you were doing. You asked for help. I appreciate that. Nice. Through the years, I was Miss Collins' guy. She wouldn't let anyone else treat her house. She trusted me to bring in her mail. She started crawling her cats before I would get there. The years went on by, and her health began to betray her. The last month I was on the route before going into management. I went to her house to do her service one last time. Her daughter answered the door. She told me my mom passed away yesterday. I felt like I'd lost my own relative. Not a week goes on by that I don't think about Miss Collins. She taught me a valuable lesson. Don't be a pompous fuckstick. Never pull an answer out of your ass. Find someone who does have it. The best customers are not always the one to give you tips, goodies, weed, blowjobs, etc. Sometimes they're the ones you like for whatever reason.
Brad's got customers that give him blowjobs?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I read that.
That was my takeaway from that, is that Brad's getting blowjobs somewhere, apparently.
Blowjobs and weed.
Weed.
The blowjobs don't have to, I'm not going to go into that, but, the weed, I can't even smoke that here in South Carolina because we're a backward state, but.
That was a good one. I got to say, I had a customer like that. There was this gentleman I used to do his termite inspection, and I met him during his termite inspection, but then because him and I hit it off so well, he got monthly pest control, but he never needed anything done. So I would just